This video is put together to help you step by step through how to log into and enter your information into ATS for the Simpson College athletic training staff. This is a requirement now and will be the only way for you to turn in several of the medical documents that in the past you have turned in paper copies of. The video and several other important pieces of information are available on the athletic training website under simpsonathletics.com. Go to Inside Athletics, Athletic Training, and then go to Student Athlete Forms for information. You can start and stop this video as needed so you can follow along step by step through the process. To begin with, you can use any web browser but Internet Explorer 10. There are some known compatibility issues with Internet Explorer 10, so please do not use that one or you're going to have difficulties logging in. If you are still on Internet Explorer 9, that will work. Otherwise, I am using Mozilla Firefox for this video, or you can use Chrome or Safari. In the address box, type simpson2.atsusers.com. It'll bring up this page. The URL is also listed in a PDF on the athletic training page, and it will be included in an email that you should have received along with your username and password. Once you enter your information in the athlete ID and password, make sure that in the database box it says ATS Simpson and click Login. This page will then pop up with some various options. You need to go to Athlete Information on the page. Okay, go through and review your information, make sure everything is correct, make sure you have a home phone number, cell phone number, email address, social security number, and cell text address. Okay, the cell text address is your cell phone number at email.uscc.net for U.S. cellular providers or carriers. There's an example of cell phone carrier domain information here. You can scroll through. This lists out several of the more common types of cell phone companies within the U.S. So U.S. Cellular, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, all of those are listed here, as well as some others. If your company is not listed, please call your cell phone provider and ask them what your cell text address is. It should be your number at some website that they have for emails. We use this in order to get a hold of you very quickly through text messaging. Make sure your home address is correct. Your school address with your unit number is in. Your athlete ID, we are going to change this now to make sure that it is now completely your student ID number. So please enter your student ID. You do not need to enter an alternate ID. Enter a unique password or keep the one that you have. If you have a headshot of yourself, please you can upload that. If you know your blood type, enter that. Do not worry about your driver's license number or passport number. Under medical alerts, this is a list of various things that are immediate medical issues that we need to know about, along with several of the more common ones listed here. If you have something that is not listed there, please go ahead and type it into the medical alerts box, followed by a comma to separate anything. If you have none, type none into the box if it's not already there. Under allergies, again, several of the more common ones from the pull-down menu. If you have others, type them in. If not, type NKMA in there for no known medical allergies. Again, with medications, the same thing. There's a generic list of these. If it's not listed there, please type it in. If you have none, type none into the box. If you had to update any information, please click Save Athlete Information. If you had to make no changes, you're going to click on the Verify Athlete Information. Go to Medical History next. Update any surgeries that you've had by clicking Add. Enter the surgery date, the date therapy was completed, the body part, doctor, hospital and city, and then any procedure notes, and hit the check mark to save that. For medical questions, please answer these two questions. If you've ever tested positive for sickle cell, this is a new requirement this year that all athletes must undergo sickle cell testing or deny the test for sickle cell. There's a waiver that we will get to that I'll show you. But all of you should have been tested at birth, so you should just be able to get that information from your hospital that you were born at. Also, if you've ever been diagnosed with ADHD, we do need you to hit yes here, and there will be some information later on that we will talk to you about there. If there is no changes here, again, hit verify medical history. If you made any changes, hit save medical history. Under the immunizations, please go ahead and enter all of your immunizations. There's a list of them once you click add here that pops up with the immunizations. For the hepatitis B series, please put all those in separately and the date for those. Under the tuberculosis one, the date that the test was given, the date that it was read, and then in the notes, please type what the results were. Again, here's an example of that. If you need to edit any of these, click on that and hit edit, and then hit verify immunization information. We are doing things a little bit different this year with our paperwork. The only piece of paper that you will turn in to us will be the physical itself that will be signed by the doctor and then have the signatures from you and your parents if you are under 21. Your medical history, your insurance form, and the back of that form will be submitted online, as well as the release of medical information and a sickle cell waiver. The NCAA concussion form will be a form that we fill out once we are at the NCAA meeting in the fall. Under your insurance, you should have insurance listed. Go ahead and check that over. If you click on it, you can hit edit up here to edit that information. If that insurance is no longer active, click on it and hit delete, and then add a new insurance. If you have other insurances, please go ahead and enter those as well. So go in. The payer number is whether or not it's your primary or secondary insurance. If it's the first insurance that you send this to, some people have multiple insurances. If it's the only insurance you have, you're going to put a 1 in that box. Okay, enter all the information on that insurance company, as well as the policyholder's information. Under card image, you're going to enter a copy of the card. And if you look back at the page, if it says card images front and back in there for that insurance, there is a copy of your card that's in there already. If it says no insurance information, no card listed, under edit, you're going to have to enter a copy of that card. This has become a lot easier. What you're going to end up doing is taking a picture either with your cell phone or with a digital camera of your card. Please zoom in on the card so that it's just the card itself or close to, and that all the information is clear on the card front and back. Upload those to your computer. If the files are over 1 megabyte in size, you're going to need to edit that photo and compress that photo size down below 1 megabyte. Typically, all you have to do is go to large, and it should compress below the 1 megabyte in size. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just click select, go to the file that you have those in, hit insurance front, or select the front of the card, select the back of the card, and then hit save. I've already uploaded them, and so they're here. If everything is correct, hit verify insurance information once that's done. If you have dental insurance or vision insurance, please go ahead and add those as well under your insurances. Go over to contacts. You should have a couple of emergency contacts already listed. If you want to change those, you can edit or delete them out. Please have at least one of your parents or legal guardians and another family member or non-family member that you can get a hold of in emergency situations. So the more you have, the better with this as far as that goes. If everything is correct, hit verify emergency contact information. But please, for most of your parents and contacts, make sure you have their contact order, which is the order you want them contacted in, the relationship, primary and cell phone, and email address listed under there. Athlete forms is going to be where we will go ahead and fill out your medical history, the insurance forms, the sickle cell waiver, and the release of medical information. I've put in several of these already as examples, but I will show you these forms as well. So just from the pull-down menu, select the one you want, hit New. This will pull up the medical history, and it's very similar to the medical history that we filled out on paper. If you've already filled that out, you can just look at that and use that information to fill this out. So you're going to enter information on your family, then on your own, then on yourself. For concussions, for these, you're just going to click yes or no. For concussions, if you've had any, click yes, and then list the number of concussions you've had and the dates of those concussions, or approximate dates. Scroll down through the rest of these and do these, and then enter the rest of this information down here. Enter your medical exam, dental exam, and eye exams just under 3 separate ones in the explanation box. Then down here, read through the information. You're then going to use your mouse. You're going to sign the form and then type in your name and then hit sign. If you are under 21, you need to have a parent or guardian sign this as well. So they'll do the same. They'll write their name in and then type in their name and hit signed as well. Hit save. That will then put the form completed up into here. For the insurance form front, this is the same form that we filled out previously on paper. This gives our secondary insurance the ability to look at your primary insurance and see what they have and have not paid in situations where there's a major medical issue that's occurred. So you're going to enter the information on whose insurance it is. If you are on your own insurance, you can put it under either one of your parents. That's fine. If you have no contact with the person, or you do not have their insurance, you can put none in the box, no contact, whatever, for examples. And then go down to your mother's info, enter both of those on this sheet, hit save. That will then put that up there. Again, the insurance form back, hit new. This is the authorization for first agency, as far as giving them the ability to go and look at your information. Sign it, type in your name, hit signed, and then the parent or guardian whose insurance you're under, you need to have them sign it and then type in their name as well. If you are on your own insurance, put your name in both boxes and then hit save. For sickle cell, this is a new form that we have this year. It is now an NCAA requirement that all athletes either know from previous testing or are tested for sickle cell. All of you should have been tested at birth. If you want those results, you should be able to contact your hospital that you were born at and get those results. But initially, up here is just some information on sickle cell. You're going to enter the test date, enter the results, where it was performed at, the physician's name, phone number, and the address where it was done. At the bottom here is a waiver or release of liability. If you want, you can decline sickle cell testing as part of your exam. If you are going to decline it, you need to click the yes button here. If you've already entered the information up here, you do not need to click the yes button. If you have had the test done, please go to or scan that document in, go to e-files, and upload that document as well, so that we have that proof. But if you are denying it, again, read through this information. There's information here on the NCAA page, and that document is under e-files as well. But read through the waiver, and then go down, sign it, type your name in, hit sign. If you are under 18, your parent needs to sign it as well, and then hit save. The release of medical information. This gives us the ability to communicate with certain people about any situation that you have. Again, this is kind of a newer form that we've implemented this year, but it allows us to talk to certain groups based upon your release of your medical information. The first one is the healthcare staff and students in the athletic training room. If you want us, or if you allow us to do that, just type your initials in. Coaches and staff, parents, guardians, teammates, professional teams and representatives. Potentially, if you are going to be looked at or going to tryouts for professional teams, they may want all of the information that we have on you as far as any injuries. And then media, which we typically won't be doing a whole lot with. And then read through the waiver here and understand that you can revoke any or all parts of this authorization by notifying us in writing. But this authorization expires 1 year from the date that it was signed. And then go ahead and sign it, type your name in, hit sign, and save. So that completes all of the information that you need to have other than your physical, as far as submitting paperwork to us. If you go back over to immunizations and paperwork and hit over to refresh this page, you should see check marks for the information that you've completed. Okay, the physical and signatures page, those will be put in by us when we receive your physical. Under e-files, there's various documents that you can upload or look at. If you've done the sickle cell testing, please go ahead and scan in that document, type in sickle cell results, browse, find that document as a PDF and upload it. Again, they need to be under 1 megabyte in size, so please do not use color. You can also upload your physical. Please type physical and then the year. So for this year coming up, it would be 2013-14, and then find that file and then upload it. Here are some various forms that we can use. For the wrestlers, there's a skin condition form. For the rest of you, if you have to go see a doctor for any reason, you can download this form, print it off, take it with you to the doctor, and then have the doctor fill it out and bring it back to your athletic trainer. The next two are information on our secondary insurance for you and your parents, as well as the insurance claim information sheet on how to file a secondary claim. The following couple are an ADHD form, and this is a required form for any athletes who have been diagnosed with ADHD or are on ADHD medication. If you are on that medication will test positive if you're tested for by the NCAA or by Simpson College. That medication, again, will test positive. But with this form filled out by your doctor giving medical clearance and reason for why you're on that medication, there will be no issue with that positive test for the ADHD medication. And then there's a kind of information on it. The last four is information on sickle cell testing, what sickle cell is, why it's important that you're tested for it. and why it's important that you know that the results of this test. With it, even if you are positive, it does not prevent you from participating in athletics. It's just important that we know this so that we can modify your training methods. Okay, this kind of completes making sure that this information's up to date. If you go back to menu, if you have questions, you can send us an email through this website as well. Just click on the person that you want to send an email to, type in the subject and message, and then hit send email. This will send us an email. If you have any questions, you can send us an email that way, or you can contact us. Our information is on the athletic training page. All of our contact information is here. Again, thank you for helping us with this and entering your information. It's a great time saver for us and helps us out considerably as we move forward. We look forward to seeing you back in the fall, and have a good rest of your summer. Thanks.